When it comes to alternative investing, is there still an illiquidity premium? I'm here with Ken Frier, Chief Investment Officer at Atlas Capital Advisors. Ken, you just came off a panel where that was the hot topic discussed. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a really interesting discussion. I think that the illiquidity premium used to be present, so it used to be, especially for the large endowments, that they gained a significant amount of extra return from having large alternative allocations. That, though, is no longer the case. If you look at the outcomes of like average college and university endowments, there's no evidence that they've done better by having alternatives in the portfolio. And so if there is an illiquidity premium so that alts naturally do better, then the people that make that case, they ought to have an explanation for why when you look at allocators that have a significant amount of alternatives, they aren't really showing some kind of investment return advantage for it, at least in the last decade.
Interesting, interesting. And what do you think?
I think that alternatives have always been a manager selection game. If you're equipped in your governance, in your budget, and your staff, et cetera, to make fantastic selection decisions for who you're going to have in private equity, private credit, et cetera, then you should absolutely continue to invest in alternatives. However, most of the people that currently invest in alternatives, they're not equipped in that fashion. And then when we look at the possibility that retail investors are going to have larger allocation portfolios, larger allocations to alternatives in their portfolios, but without having the means to make good selection in alternatives, I think that's a cause for concern.
That makes sense. And what right now is top of mind for you, for your clients at Atlas?
So we're concerned about the stretched valuations of the US equity market. The only other time that the US stocks have been this expensive was the end of 2021, which was followed by a sell-off, and then back during the dot-com bubble, which was followed by a major sell-off. So we're positioned more defensively for our clients. In equities, we're also sort of tilted outside the US instead of toward US equities.
Interesting, thank you. And I have to ask you, Ken, how are you enjoying the event today?
Oh, this has been terrific. I'm now on the board of the CFA Society of San Francisco, and so as a board member of this organization, who's one of the leaders of this event, it's great that it's standing room only. We have terrific speakers, and the energy here is excellent as well.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to speak with me, Ken.
Okay, well, happy to. Thanks, Courtney.
All right, and we're live at ALTSSF.